Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just gonna do like a little tutorial or whatever on the oil change on a 2017 Volkswagen Mark 6, the TSI 1.4 turbo. It's pretty simple, honestly. I already have the oil filter cap off, dipstick up, so it drains better out of the bottom. First, obviously, you gotta jack it up. So come down here and you won't be able to see exactly where I jack it up. There's a little rail right here where it's, I'll show you guys when I lift it up. The jack stand under here, right here on the subframe, right here, and then lower it down. Make sure the jack is secured when you lower it down. Come to the other side and jack it up. Or you can jack it up in the same place, but I'm gonna jack it up from the subframe up front. Actually, I'm not. Sorry, scratch that. So I don't recommend doing this at all. You do this at your own risk, but I'm only going to use one jack stand. And I'm just going to hold this side up with the jack. Like I said, I don't recommend doing it like this. It's a lot safer and less sketchy, so to speak, to do it with jack stands on both sides, so the jack doesn't give up or give out or anything. So Brian shows up. He shows up in his new car. I don't even know what year it is. It's a GLI though, Mark 6. Probably like a 2017. 2018. Special edition 2019. Who knows? Got Gene's car, Mark 6, stage 17 plus, APS tuned. How do you feel about that tune, Gene?
Amazing.
Great?
Great. Recommend it. APS all the way.
APS. APR stage 2 plus. Got some clutch wheels, lowering springs, downpipe, full exhaust. Anyways, back to the the Mark 6 oil change. So like I said, it's super simple. Here is your oil filter cap, dipstick, and then like I said, jack it up. Here I have the jack on the jack stand, sorry, is on the subframe. And then like I said, I don't recommend holding it up like this, but I'm kind of sketchy, so I'm gonna hold this side up with just a jack. But climb under here, and here is the oil filter. Obviously gonna have to be replacing that. And the drain plug down here is right here. It's kind of hard to see, it's a little dark, but there's a drain plug. And these cars only, I think the capacity of the oil is like 4.2 quarts, so it's definitely not a lot. I just bought the 5-quart jug, 5W30 full synthetic, and then a Bosch filter. I didn't feel like going to the dealership and buying it from the dealership, so I'm just going with that. Castrol 5W30 full synthetic, and a Bosch filter from AutoZone. Alright, so you're gonna need a 19mm socket, wrench, whatever you decide to use. Let's climb under here. Put the 19 over, and all you gotta do is break it loose.
I know, it looks like you're running a lot of camber.
Alright, so this is the filter that I'm using, the Bosch 3330. Same thing as the other one. And I am using Castrol Edge synthetic 5W30. Like I said, you're not going to be using this whole entire 5 jug. It is good to have just in case. Burn oil or whatever. Some backup, top off, whatnot. So everything's pretty much drained. I'm going to put the bolt back in, which is this. This is a 19mm bolt, the oil drain plug. They recommend replacing these every single time you do an oil change, but I do it every 2 or 3 because of the crush washer. They say you need to replace it, but I've never had any problems doing it like that. So I'm going to buckle everything back up and fill it back up with oil. So comes to find out, I do have the oil spanner wrench, or whatever they call it. It fits right on the ratchet. And this just ratchets off. Alright, everything's topped off. Oil caps back on, dipsticks back in. I put about almost 4.5 quarts in. It's a sick ass intake, you know. Gang, gang.
You know.
So start her up, let her run for a few minutes, shut it off, let the oil sit for a bit, and then check the oil level. Shit, my keys. My keys, I need my keys.
Where they at? Where they at?
Oh, they're in the trunk. So now, start it up. I'm just gonna let it run for a little bit, let the oil cycle through everything, and then shut it off and let it sit for a bit, and then I'll check the oil. Know what I'm saying?